Hey YouTube, so today I am going to be doing a video on organisation for people who are not naturally organised. Organisation and why is it important? I feel if you're somebody who has quite a lot of things going on in your life, you have quite a busy schedule, then I think in order to navigate that with as little stress as possible, you really do need some good systems in place to help you along the way. First of all, I wanted to introduce you to my Bible.
This is not sponsored, by the way. This is just like coming from the heart.
This journal kind of changed, revamped, revived my whole life. I was really struggling with organisation and staying on top of things, and then I just started looking for systems that I could use to help me become more organised. My awareness that I was struggling with organisation really came to the forefront during lockdown. It was just really difficult for me to adapt to this new system. So I decided to try and help myself become more organised, and that's when I came across this journal. It's just a life changer for me. It really helped me in so many ways in terms of looking at my short-term, medium and long-term plans. You actually plan the week ahead considering your goals in different categories. For example, career and finance, personal development and learning, health and wellness, spiritual, physical environment, family and social, and your personal development and learning. So it really enables you to see your goals in different areas, and then if you have habits perhaps that you're trying to work on, you can track those across the course of the week. So that's the little habit tracker down there. So then you have an overview of the week that's to come with your goals in mind, and then you have your daily planner. Yeah, so this is a daily planner, and in here you are writing down your one task of the day that you want to complete, your top 3 tasks for the day, and then other tasks. And this really enables you to prioritise and to really organise your tasks in order of importance and urgency. And I used to plan with just paper and pen, but then I think sometimes the issue with this is that you're not prioritising those tasks. You just have a list of tasks to do. And then sometimes you can accidentally put your focus and time on the tasks that weren't most urgent. And so having an organizer which encourages you to organize your tasks in terms of the level of importance is really helpful. And then you have like a reminders and appointments list, and then something that you're grateful for, which is really nice, because it really, although we are putting our energy and focus into planning, also taking that time to consider the things that you have in place that you're grateful for, it's just a really uplifting add-on. And then the cherry on top of this really great journal is your reflection on the week that's passed, which I really enjoy. So here you write down your big achievements for the week, why you were able to achieve them, the things that were a distraction to you, and how you plan to avoid the distraction in the coming week. And then you have a box which tells you to write about what you learnt and how you will use that lesson to improve next week. So although it seems quite long-winded, it really doesn't take that much time, and it really enables you to identify things that were triggering you to potentially fall off track, and things that slow down your progress in terms of meeting your goals. And it really is nice to also not only identify the ways in which you maybe didn't meet your targets, but also to write down how you did. And I think actually tracking our goals and giving ourselves praise where praise is due, and acknowledging how we progressed is really encouraging, in the same way that it is for a child. If you encourage a child for doing really well or praise a child for doing really well, that positive reinforcement is so much more powerful than just berating them or telling them off, for example. And we are essentially just children, just bigger versions. And then another thing that I like to do is use reminders on my phone, maybe a day before or a few hours before, just to give myself that little nudge. And sometimes we really do need all the little nudges that we can get, because we take in so much information all day long from the people that we talk to, from the things that we watch and we read, and the conversations that we have. So there's so much from the minute that we wake up. Often many of us live lives that are just packed with an overload of information. So sometimes we get home and we can be so exhausted, it can be really easy to forget things. So helping yourself out in every way that you can, and using all of the resources around you to reduce the chances of you forgetting things or missing things or being late for things is really helpful, and overall reduces your stress, which we want. And then finally, I think it's very important to say that you need to be really, really conscious and careful and wise about where you put your energy, time and focus. If you're someone who maybe experiences a little bit of FOMO, you might feel upset about having to miss out on certain things, but you have to just keep your goals in mind, and sometimes accept that you are going to have to be strict with yourself and say no, and maybe even cancel some things, because you can't do it all. And life can sometimes throw so many distractions at us that some of them are unexpected. We can't plan for everything. We can plan for a lot, but you can't plan for everything. Some things come up that are unexpected. You may be asked to work overtime. You may just find that you're exhausted one day, and the plans that you made, you actually aren't able to continue with, or you have to cancel them or rearrange them. It happens. So I think where you can, where you do have that control over being able to decide where you're going to place your time, be wise, because the decisions that we make in terms of where we spend our time bear consequences. So you're free to make those choices, but just be aware that they do have a consequence. And does it align with your goals and your aspirations? Then if it doesn't, then you might need to make some changes. And that's just the hard truth. I really hope this video has been useful, and I would like to know some of your tips in terms of how you stay organised and on track, because I need all the help that